caning works.
Yo, what's up? This is Sifu Gus. Thank you guys for the love with the cane videos and appreciate that. And and if you guys can like this video, if it suits you, that would be great. Subscribe, share it with friends. That was some fun with the SOV. Love having fun with him and any kind of weapon that I get to beat him with. But we're gonna be talking about some simple blocks today. Very simple. If you have your cane, if you have a walking stick, how to use it, right? If you have a regular baton, how to use it. Simple, practical. None of this ancient art stuff, just simple and practical. That's what we're talking about today. Okay, so let's talk about the SOV. First of all, one of the things that's always good to know is the distance of your cane and the distance of your opponent, right? So first thing, if SOV starts over there and I'm looking at this distance, then it tells me what I can and can't do. It says if SOV is this close, then it changes everything, okay? So I need to know where the SOV is, and how to attack. Because that's the way I'm looking at it if I have to defend myself at this point. I'm attacking, right?
Right.
So SOV would throw a punch. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put double palms down and I'm gonna slide my hand closer and I'm gonna use the back end to move. So let's say if he throws a right hand, right? I'm gonna go here, boom. I'm just gonna drive just see how my left foot is? I'm just driving my weight into it, right? Stepping on a good 45-degree angle. We'll talk about the 45-degree angle in a different video, why it's so valuable, why it's so important, why everyone should know how to use the 45-degree angle, but we'll talk about that in a different video. So if he throws, same concept, I can use that concept and then move him over here, shifting my weight from my left leg to my right leg, right? And there's all kind of strikes in there if you want to do. And this is not something you don't need to be 21 years old and mobile, or you can use this at almost any age, right? So the other thing is if he throws an overhead, let's say if he steps with the left and throws with the right, right? Then I'm gonna step and shield. And what I'm gonna do is I'm not going to block, hold up like this. I'm gonna jam it into the brachioradialis, which is the forearm muscle, okay? I'm gonna jam it in there just to let him know that he actually has a problem that's about to take place, right? Now, some of you guys have asked me about what happens if a person grabs, right? And this is why I like to play the cat and mouse game here. I'll put my cane here, he'll go to reach for it, and I'll slap his hand, and then I smack his head.
Ouch.
Just a little fun in the video you have to do, you know? But the objective is if he goes to grab, I can slide this back. Now he has to get past me, and if I want, just move my hand that way if I want to block it, right? So watch this in action. He goes to grab it, go ahead and grab it, boom, and then look, bam, there I am there, right? While he's off balance, reaching for this. And if you're really good, you do this. You put it right at the outside of his hands, and then he has a harder time reaching it. So one of the things about cane I like, and I have a lot of other weapons that we're going to talk about, not today, but we're going to talk about, is you have to practice them. The key is practice, 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 practice. If you guys can think of any other ways of blocking, let me know, okay? Because, I'm sure you guys have some great information out there. All right, now the other thing, too, is when I'm here, now I can use a palm up grip too. So let's say if he goes to throw with his left hand this time, and I'm gonna use the back hand, I'm gonna hit down, and the goal is to hit into the skin, right? And then you can strike back. Whatever you're going to do, very quick, very 1-2 beat. So it's 1-2, right into, and use your body, get used to using your waist in this, right? If he comes in, I move his arm, I use the same kind of block, and I want to use my waist again and jam it into him. Right, I'm levered much better if I can sink my center, right, and drive my weight into him. And I'll create more mass in that action. So think about that when you're doing that. The other thing is, what happens if he grabs you? Let's say if he grabs you by the hand. Let's say if you're sitting there talking to someone and he grabs you here, right? Now, what most people will do is teach some kind of tricky thing. What I would do is I would say you can hit low, ooh, right?
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Right? And that doesn't feel good, right? And then you can go from there with your strikes, or I'm not gonna hit the SOV in the head with this. And if he grabs, right, then I just come straight up, bam, hit right to the head, right? Now, if you want a distraction, right, a good thing to do, he grabs, right? Look, what's protecting the right side of his ribs? Nothing, but I'm gonna do a 1-2 beat, the old good 1-2, 1-2, right? So it's harder for him to defend himself when he's using a cane, when you're using a cane, excuse me. He's gonna have a hard time protecting himself because he's not gonna know exactly where to hit. Because if I hit him in the ribs, the sensation will make him respond as I'm coming around hitting to the head, right? Now, The objective, once again, is to practice, 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 practice. And that's what I keep telling everybody when you guys write to me and stuff like that. I love the cane, I love the baton, I love walking sticks, but I love knives too. This doesn't have a blade, but if it did, how much fun would we have? We'll do something with the knife one day, just from a self-defense, self-protection concept. So, once again, now what happens if he puts both hands on my throat, right? He put both hands on my throat, right? You have a stick in your hand. Now you can do one of a couple things. My suggestion is find something that's going to make him respond. So I'll give you an example. Watch. This is very simple. It doesn't require a lot. Now that sounds really simple and a little bit ridiculous, but at the same time, I personally like, once again, your body, right? Here, jab it into the rib. Break that lower rib and take the hook and just hit him right in the head with it. Don't kill him, but just let him know he's been hit, right? Now, there's all kind of things you can do with the cane, and there's so many wonderful, wonderful videos on YouTube, but I like simple and practical. And I'm always saying what happens if your opponent is bigger and stronger? What happens if you're much older and you actually require this to walk around with? How can you do it? And so in some of my other cane videos, we talk about that. If you haven't had a chance, go check out those other videos. They're really, really good videos. But we'll be doing some more stuff, and this will be just what happens if your opponent is much bigger and much stronger. You know, a lot of people address martial arts in the realm of 220-year-old fighting. Okay, that's cool, but what happens for people who are 40 and older, 50 and older, 60 and older?
So you're telling me there's a chance?
That's what I want to address, and that's what we're planning on addressing on this channel here. And I love that, from men to women. This whole video started because a good friend of mine who was an Army officer, George, who will soon be 80, asked me to teach him how to use the cane. And that's how we did this. That's how the whole thing started. And thank you guys, because that video did really well. My videos tend not to do really great, but that one did really well. So I'm looking forward to sharing many more things for you. With you. With him.
Yeah, with him.
With him, okay, with him. With you, I'm planning on doing that. All right, have a good day. We'll see you soon. See you guys out.